Randy Pertler's been with us since 2008, and he has been just a staple in this office and in our community. He has helped our fix and flip study groups for over 10 years. And there's a lot of people that have done real estate because of this man right here. So I'm excited to have you here today, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Hi, everybody. All right. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about something that I normally don't do, and that's short-term rentals. This is kind of new to me. As you know, I usually do a lot of fix and flips. I did as many as 9 at a time, and I said, I'll never do that again. You have to have some really good people around you and a really good team like Jeff has to be able to do 8 of them. So here's what's really cool about Renatus. So I had done a lot of flips, traditional rentals, and I was heading this or facilitating the study group for years. One of the people in the study group had a sister that had a problem selling a house. So he started short-term renting it, and he became very successful doing so. So even though I had the knowledge, I had the same class he had, I had it as well. Well, it really got me to jump in the pool, jump in the water, take that step to do my first one, was really the confidence I gained from somebody that was in my study group. It's like, wait a minute, I've been helping him on kind of real estate in general. He's newer to real estate, and he was able to take action and do it. So that's a really cool thing about hooking yourself to Renatus. It's not just the information, because I could have had the information at home. I could have looked it up on YouTube. I could be the YouTube University genius, right? But I probably would not have taken that step because I wasn't there every week with somebody that was reporting back, and I was hearing about what was going on and the success that he was having and the confidence to take one of my rehabs and say, you know what, before I put it on the market, I want to try a short-term rental. So just a little background about myself. I was a teacher and coach, VP of sales of 3 different publishing companies. And as I mentioned, there 3 times in my career, my position was eliminated. I'm a slow learner. I guess it didn't take one. Some people, that happens one time and they see the light. It took me 3 times, slow learner. I've taken, and the reason I put that on there in my property tours about, how many hours of education, I'm sure it's way over 500. Just at the time when I came up with the slide, I was pretty comfortable with that number. But think about all the hours of education within Renatus. And then every Thursday, if you're here every Thursday, you can put that on there. And that's key, your credibility in terms of raising capital. You can be here tomorrow. Whitney's going to be talking about raising capital. Believe me, if someone's going to be writing you a check, they better have a lot of confidence in you and telling them how many hours of education is important, right? It's like going to a doctor. Oh, I'm going to have this knee surgery. You don't want to see the plaque up there that shows that they've passed they have all their medical credentials. Well, it's kind of the same thing. What credentials do you have? And even if you haven't done your first deal, you could still say 500, hours of education or whatever you've taken from Renatus. So don't sell that short. That's very important. I have rental portfolio, short-term rentals, multi-unit buildings. I am a licensed broker. I'm a part of a brokerage that allows us to build a team nationally. So it's pretty cool that in addition to this revenue stream and the marketing, that I have another revenue stream there that I've set up. I have a YouTube channel. And usually when I do these property tours virtually and I do them on Zoom, I usually then put them up on my YouTube channel. So I have a lot of my other property tours up there on my YouTube channel. And then something that I'm going to talk about later on is funding this next little teaser. You ready for a little teaser? The little thing that I'll be talking to you at the end about, which is through crowdfunding. So I'm launching this website, crowdedrealestate.com, and I'll kind of say how that may help you in your real estate. There's my email address, my cell number, the disclaimer on the cell number, no texts or calls before 8 a.m. or after 8 p.m. because people will call me all hours of the day and night. And most of my rental properties or rehabs, I have alarm systems hooked up to this phone right here. So I have to sleep with this phone right here. And just this morning, got a text message after being here late last night. Remember how we were here late last night? I had to go home, did some other work, and then 5:45 to 6 in the morning, guess what? Another investor text me, ding, woke me up, can't get back to sleep. So anyway, I always say, don't text me because you can't sleep, because now we both can't sleep, because it will wake me up, because my alarms, all the alarms in my rehabs are hooked to this phone. I got to know if the alarm goes off to call the police or if there's somebody there. So anyway, that's some information on me. When you start into real estate, one of the first things that I did is wrote a mission statement. You want to think about that. Write a mission statement, what you believe in, where's your business headed, directed. I even included Renatus in there about education, everybody deserving and have the opportunity to succeed in real estate, and my belief about it being a great vehicle for generational wealth. If I had to put my beliefs in kind of 3 little verses here, the first one, what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul? But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. And the last one, for everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. And think about that as a real estate. Number one, you got to be honest, you got to be ethical, whether you're raising capital or whatever. You need to have the highest level of integrity, number one. And then number two, as you become successful, be humble, be accessible, make sure that you're giving back to the community. That's what we're all about here at Renatus. So let's go into this deal. So I'm going to show you a couple pictures. Let's see, do I do picture of the walk? I'll do the pictures first, then I'll do the walkthrough, and I'll go through this pretty fast. So give you the little background on the story. So one of the brokers on my team brought a deal to me in McHenry, a property, and said, wow, this is a beautiful property. Do you know anybody that might be interested? And I looked at it. I thought, you know what, that would be a pretty interesting short-term rental. So I called a couple guys. In fact, the guy that I just said was in my study group and been doing short-term rental. I contacted him and another partner. And I thought, you know what, if we're going to go all the way out to McHenry, which is like an hour from here even, and it's an hour and a half from where I live, if I'm going to go all the way out there, we're not just going to look at one property. I went on the MLS and I got us 2 or 3 properties to look at when we're out there. So the idea is this is a little different than Jay Massey's, just kind of room and board and a multi-unit building. This is an experience. This is an event. This is family get-togethers. This is high-end, right? So there's a market there. Again, like it always says, who's your customer? Who are you serving? This is we're serving a different clientele here. We've only put this on the market. We bought it November 5th. I think we started November 11th renting it out. We already got all kinds of, in fact, just while I was up here, 2 little dings here from Airbnb inquiries into the property. So we're booking it for weddings, 75 people weddings, 100 people weddings, and so forth. It's on 7.5 acres. We could have bought the other 3.5 acres. That's a horse training and housing for horses. What do you call it? A barn, a stable, or all that stuff. You don't see the pictures. You can see why we didn't buy that business, because I don't even know the name of the building there, right? So we thought, no, you know what? We won't buy that part of the business, but we've contacted them and we are offering a discount, made a relationship with them. So we can offer our guests a discount if they want to have horseback riding lessons while they're there, or if they're already a seasoned rider, they can, just rent the horses and ride there, and they have an indoor facility and everything. So we looked at a couple houses and we decided, we made an offer on this one. The builder, the owner was a builder, built the house in 1999. So it's just a little over 20 years old, only owner of it. It's just done. You could just tell, when a house is built right, and this house was great. We negotiated, we tried to get him owner financing because the guy owned about 5 houses and he was just going to move into another house. Anyway, we couldn't get him to budge on that. We did get him to come down on the price. We bought it for $810,000. And I'll show you how we structured it. None of my money in there. Of the $810,000, I have no money in, right? So I'll show you that at the end. Let me go through a couple pictures and then I'm going to show you the video walkthrough, which I also did yesterday, like Jeff was out doing it, but I didn't have the guts. I wasn't doing it outside. Okay. Most of my stuff is inside. You'll see that in the video. So there's a pool. You can see, and we're booking people now. And with this cold weather, imagine in the summer and in spring, it's going to explode there. There's the entryway. And you'll see in the walkthrough as well. So it's got an eat-in area. Yeah. So right now it's $1,000 a night, plus we charge $30 per person if it's over like 6 people. And on the weekends, it's $2,000 a night. Why you got to book, hurry up. You got to book fast. All right. And in the peak season, we'll probably go up to $2,500 a night on the weekend on the peak seasons. So far, you want the monies, right? Tell me about the money. Tell me about the money. Forget those pictures. I don't care. It looks nice. So think about this. This is so exciting. We launched it, like I said, November 11th. And from then to the end of November, we booked just under $15,000 in business. We brought in, right? That's not our net. That's our gross. That's our rents. You think about it, that's over $1,000 a day average, right? Because there was only 20 days left? Oh, a little under 1,000, right? 20 days left. And in December, what do you think we booked in December? The holidays, you don't know how they go. They give me a number. What did we book? How much? 15? Do we have 15? What do you go to 30? What? 20? How about just under 25,000? Second month in business. All right. But listen, Airbnb, because I know that, because I remember, oh man, I started to do the math, getting all excited. It's a lot of work. Airbnb is a lot of work. Short-term rentals are a lot of work. Okay. So anyway, here's the master. And I'll do a walkthrough as well. This is the lower level. All right. So so what we're doing when you're doing a short-term rental like this is, where you may have 100 people at a wedding and maybe 20 people want to sleep there that night. So what we did was we took this, and you'll see it in the video. This was when we bought the house, there was no wall there, no door there. This was an office / den. So it just opened. It was beautiful. And you'll see these pillars in here. It's beautiful, but it was just an office. Oh, you don't get much benefit from an office in a short-term rental. Oh, we're going to use the den or whatever. No, they're not doing work. All right. They're not using an office. So bedroom, bing, that means more guests, more money. Right. So we're converting that. And then in the downstairs, so that's the layout. You can see the other thing we may do. Check this. See this? This is a walk-in closet. If someone's staying 2 nights, do they need a big walk-in closet? No. What could this be? Bedroom, sleeping area, bedroom, right? So we're already talking about locking that off about right there, so that they have this closet as well as this closet for the master. And then putting a door right here, and there's already a window there. We may need to, and it's got to be a legal egress window. We may have to bring it down a little bit, because with legal egress windows, it's not only the size that matters, it's also the height that is off the floor. And this is a little bit high. So anyway, this is a possible another bedroom there. And then here's the next floor. Is that thing keeping up with me? Yeah, pretty good. You know, one municipality, I ran that by them. It was Chicago Heights. They did not allow that, but that's something. And we even said concrete because it was a lower level. But we would definitely look at that first. So this whole thing was a laundry room. Actually, they had a hair cutting. I think at one time they were cutting hair out of their house, you know, a little sink here or whatever, like a little beauty parlor. And so we put this wall in. So this is another bedroom. This is the bathroom that's primarily was there, designed there because of the pool, but it does have access to here. So look at this bedroom right here. Ding, more people, more money, and they've got their own little bathroom. And then this area right here, we've got beds. You'll see it in the video. There's bunk beds here. 4 people little kids could sleep right there. And right now it's open. We're thinking about putting a window well in here. So another legal egress. So then this could be a bedroom, and we could block that off there, have another bedroom. We've got one here. This you'll see is a hot tub room. This whole room is nothing but a hot tub. Okay, which is great in the winter, right? But may want to put that out here, block it off, maybe 3-season room type thing. Then guess what this is? Another bedroom. And then I didn't see, and I forgot to do it yesterday, but believe it or not, above the garage is like a 4-car garage. It's a full attic. And we might section off one of the 4-car garage bays, make that like its own little suite there with the upstairs in the garage. So we could even have 4 more people there. So it's gonna be a Hotel California, baby. Hotel McHenry. the idea is we'd love to get, if you know the geography of Chicago, Chicago's here, McHenry's up here. We're going to try to get one there, there. You know, this kind of replicate the model. Okay, well, before I go with that, let's see, because I shot the video, so you guys, you're forced to watch it. All right, whether you want to or not. All right, let's see if I can call this up and make it work. Do audio, wonder if it's, I actually talk when I'm walking through. I mean, I can talk you through it. Just want to let them know. Oh, okay.
All right, so this is the beautiful short-term rental.
I don't do a great job with the audio, so hang in there with me.
Beautiful home.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go on inside. You can see this beautiful house. It's about 7,000 square feet. You have these beautiful high ceilings, which is beautiful.
It's higher than 12.
And most of this was in the same condition. It was obviously a beautiful home when we purchased it. Let's see if I can snap on a few lights here, overhead lights. There we go. So you can see these high ceilings here in the center. And we furnished this as one of our short-term rentals. Some of this furniture, most of this furniture already came from other short-term rental properties that myself and my partners have had over different time periods. So this is a nice big dining room table. Now here's something that we did. Originally, this was an open area. You can see how it's drywalled. This was all open, and that was really kind of a den or a study. But in short-term rentals, the more bedrooms you have, the more money you can charge, the more people can stay here. So we're converting this to a bedroom. So we will put a queen-size bed, probably coming out of that wall right there. We'll keep that armoire so that they'll have a place. That way we don't have to build a closet. They'll be able to hang their clothes up at the top and then drawers at the bottom. So we'll just put a curtain or pull-down blind here so that they'll be able to do that. So let's get started. We'll go in this direction here. We'll walk down this area. You can see this opens up to the kitchen. This is an eat-in kitchen, as in addition to that formal dining room. Now there's actually a guest here right now staying. The guest did leave out for a short time today, allowed us to come in here. We're getting new appliances, some new appliances installed. So anyway, the guest knows that we're here. It's not vacant very much, which is a great thing. So I wanted to take advantage of this time to show this in the property tour. See the hardwood floors here, bar stools, kitchen fully stocked. This stuff here is from the guest that's staying here for a couple days. He's one of our frequent guest that stays here often. So anyway, it comes here when it's unused, which is great. You know, midweek, we're still getting a lot of money for this. We charge currently about $1,000 per month. I'm sorry, $1,000 per day during the week, and $2,000 a day on the weekends. So I can show you through some other doors as well, or windows, but you'll see here how there's the outdoor swimming pool. I'll show it through different windows to see a little bit better. This is on 7.5 acres. And then I think through here might be my best shot of, yeah, there's the horse barn. So we're partnering with the trainer next door so that we can offer our guests a discount if they want to do either horseback riding or getting riding lessons. So let's keep our journey going here. So on this floor, counting the new bedroom that we created there, there's 4 bedrooms on this floor, 2 bedrooms on the bottom floor, which makes 6. And then we might put in a 7th bedroom, and might show you even in the garage where there's a space that we may turn out, we may decide to turn into 2 more bedrooms. walk through here. This setup is a Jack and Jill bedroom. So we're in one of the bedrooms here. See how we've got it decorated, flat screen TV. Walk through this bedroom. By the way, they've got their own vanity and sink here. This is a shared bathroom and bathtub and shower. You walk through this direction. They've got their vanity on this side. And this is the other bedroom, part of the Jack and Jill. I'm not sure if this side is Jack or Jill, or if it matters. So anyway, we've got some closets here. We're getting, one of the reasons I'm here today is because we're getting delivered. We're going to get rid of this washer and dryer, and we're putting in 2 stack washers and dryers. So we'll have 2 washers and dryers. See the nice little wine cooler, chilly refrigerator there. So we'll have 2 stack washer and dryers. And the reason for that is for our cleaning crew. When they come through here and try to turn it around in a day, it's better if they can do 2 loads at once. So this is just a half bath here off the hallway. Nothing fancy, half bath here. Now on this side, we already went through where we're creating that bedroom right there. Well, this is the master suite over here. So here's the master suite. Got some lights there. Turn on for you. This is the light for the ceiling fan. We don't provide that speaker. This is our guest. He's got his own little speaker there. And you can see these beautiful windows. I mean, what a beautiful master bedroom. Then here's a closet that we just basically keep for all the extra blankets and linen. So who's ever in charge of the master bedroom is kind of in charge to distribute that. This is the master bathroom. A little area there for the toilet. See jets for the master bathroom. This is a steam shower. It's a little dirty right now. I think the guest just used the steam this morning. So a little discoloration there. We'll have to get back in there because it is on well water. Keep that, but you've got the 2 different shower heads.
99.
One on that side, one on this
What'd we pay
side
for
over
it?
here. That's where the steam
810.
comes down right there. Then now this has a big walk-in closet. You can see right now we're kind of using for storage, but we may put a door right there and have this another separate sleeping area. Again, the more sleeping areas you have, the better. We have interest and we've got a few things booked for this summer that are weddings that will have maybe as many as 150 people here. So the more people that we can accommodate sleeping quarters for, the more that we can charge. We're probably averaging, when I told you about the daily rate, the weekday rate of 1,000 and 2,000, but because we also charge $30 per person in addition, we probably have averaged at least 1,500 to 2,000 a night so far in our first 2 months here. So
Before we go down to the lower level, and it's not too long on the lower level, but any questions about before you forget? Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, in the kitchen family areas, those are not, those are actually speakers. There's a sound system throughout the whole house. And when we bought it, they told us right away on the disclosure that that was not working. That wasn't operational, but those are nice speakers and they're all over the house. So they are. And they got a CD changer and everything there, right? So we just have to, we got to get somebody that knows what they're doing and actually fix that. But we do have cameras, and I thought maybe you saw a shot of maybe when I looked outside, but there are cameras a lot by the front door, all the entrances in the back. Someone, is paying for 10 people and we see the 11th one come in, we're giving them a call and letting them know. We also have noise sensors. So if it hits a certain decibel level, we're notified of the noise. A key thing, if you're going to do something like this, is you've got to engage the neighbors or make sure there's no neighbors. So our first thing was make sure there's no neighbors. That's why we got 7.5 acres, but there's still a neighbor there that's not that far away. So right away, even before we closed, I called him. I told him our intent. I said, what we'd really love to do is talk with you to see if you have any interest in being what we call a proximity partner. which means you're in proximity, you're in the area. And he's there, I think tonight or tomorrow, he's going to be painting, that area where we saw where we did that work. He's going to be painting that. He comes and he takes the garbage out, right? We are paying him and we want to pay him a good price. I want him to be very happy. Is he going to complain about our business now? No, he'd be losing money, right? So our closest neighbor on the one side is John, and we engaged him. And he's a very interesting guy. He's got like 100 arcade games and pinball games. So we may buy a couple from him and put it in the lower level. Yeah. And he also has, this is really cool. I can see this, a kid's birthday party. He has what's it called? The mystery machine, Scooby-Doo van. Like it's the Scooby-Doo van he has in his backyard there. And so we might do a little theme party if they want a little Scooby-Doo party over there for kids. He also has, Charlie Brown, the psychiatry that Lucy has a little stand there when she collects money, right? He has that booth. He's a theater guy, so he gets a lot of these things for, like props and stuff. So anyway, engage the neighbor. I can't say that enough. I've had one of my first short-term rentals. Neighbors complain, even though there's no ordinance against it. Neighbors complained. The homeowners association complained. I went to the townhouse meeting. There was like town hall meeting. There was like 100 people speaking against short-term rentals. Me, the only one in the room representing, the short-term rental business. And so I ended up shutting it down and not fighting that. And it was all because of the neighbor. And that was on an acre and a half at the end on a golf course, everything. But still, they can make or break your business. So if you think about, and I'm not talking about Jay Massey's stuff, a whole different business model serving a whole different clientele. But if you have any interest like this, you better engage the neighbor or you could be shut down very quickly. There was a question, Mike. Well, I mean, a lap pool, it's 8, there's a diving board. There's at least 8 feet deep at the bottom. Yeah. Yes. I'll try to remember to repeat the questions. Go ahead. Yep. Yeah. Well, if you notice where the barn is behind us. Okay. And northwest normally, right? So we're here, they're there. Northwest is going right in that direction. So yeah. Yes, we have. Yep. We may do it. Yeah, we may do that. Yes, exactly. My partners is not quite as excited about it as I am, but I saw the results of having an indoor swimming pool at the other short-term rental, and it was just phenomenal. And during the winter, it's even because people get stir crazy. They can't go out and do stuff. Kids, COVID actually helps a situation like this, right? They'd rather be with all their family than to be in a public pool or be at a hotel pool. So anything else before I continue the downstairs walk here? All right, we'll get through this and then we'll have questions at the end.
This is actually called the lower level. I think it gives it a lot nicer feel than calling it a basement because you can see this whole side is at ground level. So that's great. So that gives you an idea. So we're booking this thing now. Can you imagine in the summer when that pool is in demand and they can take advantage of barbecues and stuff out here? It probably will be booked every single day. Well, this is different. They set that up. We never had it arranged like that. Maybe we'll do that, how they have it set up, because we had the bar stools along there, around the bar, but maybe I'll buy 4 more. That's not a bad little setup, how they have it there. So this is a whole new, another area, another kitchen here with a full kitchen. And you can see the TV up above. So this is a great place to entertain. Then as we walk this way, this is a full bathroom here, shower. Great to have a few of these walk-in showers in case there's anybody that's elderly and has difficulty navigating a bathtub. And then this is another big family area. Great views of the pool. Now here, and I see it's closed up. I really don't like it like this because of all the steam. So this cover is supposed to be closed. We're going to have this, we're going to have problems with this area right here. This area here is another sleeping area. This is kind of the kids area here so that you have 4 additional beds here. So this is another bedroom down here. I believe that's another king, or yeah, that looks like a king. I thought that was a queen out here, but I actually think that's another king. Got a walk-in closet there. We also are utilizing the space under the stairs, which is not a lot of good
Anywhere you
purposes
can
for
put
it.
a little
But
bed
again,
or a
that could be a
fold-out
great little
couch or.
kids' room. So it's kind of like a day bed, kind of a couch if they have an event going on down here. But during the night, that could be another 2 people sleeping there. Okay, here's a 3 seasons room. Let me see if there we go. That's open there. This is also great for parties. It's not heated here, but you can see there is ceiling fans, or cooled either, but there does have ceiling fans, and you can open up some windows and get some fresh air in here and be a nice place to have, whether it's a birthday party or the parents overlooking, watching the kids playing outside with a beautiful view. Again, here's a good place where you can get a good view of outside. So we own 7.5 acres. So it goes almost back to that second tree line back there. And so we have ideas. Maybe we can dredge out that, I guess it's kind of a marshland in there. It looks solid now, but it's pretty swampy. You know, maybe dredge that out. We may have our own pond, maybe have a little trail around the pond for bikes or horses. So a lot of potential here. And you can see even the little stable behind us here that the horses are sometimes trained and graze back behind there. So it's a beautiful backdrop. And then all backdrop. And then also here is the door, so you can get in through this 3 seasons room, through that kitchen dining room area, and then also through the master bedroom. So that's off the master right there.
Okay, let me take that down. What, any questions now that we went through the lower level? I'm going to run through, get back to my PowerPoint here. I'm hoping that online they're seeing the screen when we just did that whole video. Hoping they did that. Yeah, question? Oh, yeah. Yes, I am. You can tell it wasn't done professionally. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Now, this was just really quick, and you know, just shot it yesterday, and I had a meeting with a contractor or an architect today. So anyway, got through it pretty quick. But if you look at my YouTube channel, they're a little bit better. Yeah, question. Okay. No, he asked about the furniture. Yeah. So he asked if the furniture came with the house. It did not. We did try to negotiate. They had a beautiful piano, white piano that we wanted really to get them to keep it there, and they didn't. Most of the furniture, because like I said, my partners have done other short-term rentals, and the couple of those got shut down because the neighbors, at least one of them, I think, or one of them are selling. The other one, I think, was a problem with the neighbor. So anyway, he had some furniture. I had some furniture, TVs. So we didn't really hardly buy any of that furniture. It was all stuff that we've accumulated over the last couple of years. But good question. No, I'll when I go to the structure, I'll let you know. But there is 5 of us. Well, if we did that, yeah. So right now, the way it is right now, other than the paint, oh, the question was how many bedrooms and bathrooms? Yeah. So right now there's 4.5 bathrooms, which we're probably not going to add a bathroom unless we do that. If we convert that area of the garage, then we might add another bathroom. But so right now there is 6 bedrooms right now as it sits. And if we put in the window well, that would be 7. If we put in, make that master closet a bathroom, that would be 8. If we converted the garage, that would be 9, 10 probably. So it could be as many as 10. Yeah. But right now, the way it sits right now, what was my count? 6, right? Yeah. Yes, 1,000 a night plus $30 per person. I think we give them the first, it's either 3 or 6. We separate our areas of responsibility. We have somebody communicating that with back and forth with, that's why I didn't respond to those messages on Airbnb because we've got another partner that's responsible for that. So I just kind of, look at follow the conversation. So he does the charging, the pricing and everything like that. That's his area of responsibility. Wow, good. You got a mic, so I don't have to repeat.
I got
Yep.
37 tonight when I did mine in Inverness. Okay. Will the insurance company allow you to put a bedroom over the garage?
Well, if it's done to code, they will.
If it's done to code, yeah, there's got to be a
lot of split
firewall
level. Yeah,
that separates, which is usually by code double drywall.
Yeah.
It's got to be double thick, so there's probably a way to do that.
yeah. There's got to be nowhere that
Um,
any carbon monoxide can get.
Do you
into
check
there.
to see how many people are actually staying in the house? Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, we have cameras, so we know every time someone comes in and out, we know that. So far, it's only been a couple months, but so far, no problems with the amount. And we let them know up front about the cameras. So we really, and if anybody's shady, they probably will cancel. They won't then book.
Then what
'Cause
about
you do have to
smoking?
be careful about that.
Absolutely no smoking allowed in the
Yeah.
house, right?
No smoking. No.
And I would even make a stipulation for at least 20 feet away from each entrance of the house or open window. I
Yeah.
mean, I had the problem in my house.
Yeah.
When
We
I
have a
ran
lot of
mine.
no smoking signs around, but you're right. Yeah. What else, Bob, before you have another question before this?
Oh, the other question was, she doesn't understand the numbers. You haven't gone over those yet.
No. Oh, your question. What's that? Okay, well, when you remember, that's right. Just raise your hand. I'll try to get you. Yes, yep. Okay, he asked if the cameras were only on the outside of the building. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so just real quick on the numbers here. As I said, we purchased it for $810. We have, and again, connections, relationships. So one of the partners has a connection with a family that has a very successful business. If I told you what business that was in the Chicago area, everybody in the room would know it. All right. So he's made that connection. They wanted to be partners with us on a short-term rental project. They haven't done one yet. This was the first one we brought to them, and they couldn't get their head around, because they live kind of in the city or closer to the city. They couldn't get their head around, why would anybody want to go out to McHenry? What's out in McHenry? I don't think it's going to be successful. So we said, you know what, we understand that you don't see the business like we do, but we do have some experience with this. And we, all three of us had experience in short-term rentals. So we negotiated. We said, how about this? Because you're worried about your return on your money. Why don't you just be a private money lender on the deal instead of an equity partner? And we'll pay you, I think we offered them maybe 6% at the beginning, maybe lower. Anyway, we settled on 8%. You say 8%, that's a lot of money. We are so excited because they would have made so much, we would have paid so much more than 8%. It would have been ridiculous. So we're paying 8%. It's a 15-year AM. So that was one thing they wanted it too, a 15-year AM instead of a 30-year AM. Paid over 30 years. We're paying it over 15 years. So it's very tight. It's very quick. It's a little over $6,000 a month is what we pay to them on their mortgage. But right from the get-go, we're paying on the principal, it's about $1,800. So even if we broke even in a particular month, we made $1,800 because we paid down the principal of that house. So this number right here is going lower, that 810, lower. So we're just so excited. We hope they're not excited about the next deal either. And we can talk them into just be a private money lender. Oh, you don't want to take that risk probably, but we will. We'll take the risk, So, so what we did was they want to do, what's that? Yeah, no. So they did 80%. They wanted to do 80% of the purchase price, and so 80% of $810,000 is $648,000. So that's the loan amount. That's the lien. That's what they're recorded. We recorded that lien. So if you look at what we would need, if you do the math, it's like 138,000, something like that, to make the deal work. But we raised 200,000 because we wanted $35,000 extra in order to pay for furniture if we need it, TVs, cameras, all that startup cost, plus we want to reserve, right? What if it doesn't, right out of the box, make all kinds of money, right? What if we need to get into the reserves to make our mortgage payment for a couple months, right? So that would be 5 months of mortgage payments. Even if it didn't bring anything, we could have 5 months of mortgage payments. So that's how we set it up. Yeah, there it is, $38,000 in reserve. And so normally when I do, this is the financial. So we did a pro forma. We figured out what we thought we would make. This is what we presented at first to them as an equity partner. But we worked the numbers here and, the nightly, and we worked in events and so forth. I won't go with all the details, but we were very comfortable that this was going to be a moneymaker and that the equity partners, the people providing the 200,000, they'd make 20% cash on cash. And when I say cash on cash, you say, well, what's the difference between 20% and 20% cash on cash? Cash on cash means I'm not counting in the appreciation that they're going to get when that property goes up. It doesn't count the depreciation tax write-off, right? It doesn't count writing off the mortgage insurance. Doesn't count that. Doesn't count, what else I'm missing? One more thing. Writing off the mortgage interest, okay? So cash on cash, just, okay, putting 100,000 in, they're going to get 20,000 a year back on their money. So that was our pro forma. And normally how I structure my fix and flips, if you saw this, my fix and flip deals, they're almost all like this equity partnership model. So equity partners, they put in on the money. I do all the work. We split the profits 50-50. That's the basic model that I've been doing my flips on for the last, 6 or so years. And this is what this particular deal is all about. So there's 3 partners or managing members, and then 2 that brought in the money. One brought in owns 16.9% of the LLC, and one owns 8.9%. So this part right here was the 200,000. They brought in 200,000. Total, this adds up to 25%. 200,000 gets them 25% of the profit, 25% of the profit, 25. Then we've got a private money lender that then is protected. And as Whitney will go into details, protecting them by a promissory note and mortgage that's recorded at the county recorder's office. So that's how we structured it. And I'd like to think I'm partner number 1, right? This is me, partner number 1, managing partner number 1. How much money did I put in there? 0, right? Okay. All right. Any questions about this, or somebody had asked me about the structure, about money? Yeah, it has to do with how much money they put into it. So he's got 135,000 into it. He's got 65,000 into it. Do the math. No, I'm number 1. Huh? These are the equity partners. These are the managing members. Yep. Trying to give me a hard time. Yes. Same thing that I'm doing, like I just said, about splitting responsibilities, right? So someone's in communication, one's in charge of communication with guests, booking, coordinating, all that thing, right? The other thing is the other partner's pretty much in charge of managing the cleaning, the construction, all that kind of stuff. Me, I kind of cross both lines a little bit more probably on the property maintenance, and because I have more fix and flip and construction, experience, they're kind of, using me a little bit more on that side. Plus I'm out looking for our next property. So on the acquisition side, whoops, this is 4, and I eliminated 1 because I didn't want to recruit somebody out of the room here for my brokerage. So I eliminated that, really 4. So this is what I say every Thursday when I give my little testimony up there about what do you do? Tell us about property tours. How do you use property tours? At the end of my property tours, I ask them, if they want to get involved with me, I eliminated 1. So let's say 3 ways. They could be a private money lender, they could be an equity partner, or they can learn how to do it themselves. So that's the marketing. And that's what really helped my business, was being able to combine the real estate with the marketing. How do you combine the real estate with the marketing? by doing property tours. Because that's real estate. I'm in there anyway, right? I was there anyway, had to wait for the appliances, boom, videotape there, do some work today on it, present it here. So that's how those two link together.